Well, he is on the hot seat, and I can't remember if I told you guys this earlier in the offseason or not, but it's the first time since 1998 an OU football coach has entered into the season on the hot seat.
Hmm.
Isn't that crazy? I think since
Yes.
1998, last time we've been having these conversations. Bob Stoops was never on the hot seat.
Right.
Lincoln Riley was never on the hot seat, and honestly, Brent Venables hasn't been on the hot seat until now.
Right.
Last offseason, he actually got a contract extension in the offseason,
Mhm.
but he is on the hot seat. Absolutely, he is, and he's got to prove it this year. What does that look like? Well, what does he got to do to be back in 2026? Well, I think you have to enter into the month of November as a legitimate college football playoff contender. When OU goes to Knoxville, Tennessee on November 1st, I think they at least have to be in the playoff picture. They can't be a team that already has 3 or 4 losses and already out of things. You
Right.
you got to be a playoff contender going into November. And here's something to really note about the seat that he's on and what it's going to take. Because here's essentially, guys, what OU did this offseason. It was 6-7. It's Oklahoma. It's not Vanderbilt. It's not
Right.
Ole Miss. It's not Mississippi State. 6-7's not okay around here. It's a different
Yeah.
league. I understand that, but it's not okay around here. So here's what they did to fix it. They said, all right, Brent, you got terrible luck with injuries last year. You've had this ridiculous schedule. What do you need? We'll go get you the best quarterback in the portal. We'll go and get you the best running back in the portal with Jaden Knott. Who do you want as your offensive coordinator? You want this young up and comer at Washington State? We'll get that for you. You want Jim Nagy, the GM, to help the roster here? Like, they gave him everything that I think that he needs for it
Right.
to be a lot better this year. So if it's the same result as last year with all the money they poured in at 6-7, I think OU's going to make the decision that says that's not good enough after 4 years.
Right.
If it's 7-5, which would be an improvement win loss wise, I think OU's going to say seven's not good enough for it. We're going to move on.
Yeah.
I think the conversation about him being back is at 8 wins. I think that that's kind of the line is 8 wins. If he makes the playoff, I think that he's definitely safe, of course.
Right.
But I think it's at least got to be an 8 win season for me if we're talking about Brent back in 2026.
And
Hmm.
Tyler, looking at that schedule, that's going to be a bit difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it's the toughest schedule in the
Right.
SEC. Florida might have something to say about that, but it's up there at the top. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got Michigan at home in the non-conference this year in week 2, a team that's recently won a national championship.
Right.
But it's the most difficult schedule in program history. There is